If you're a mid-handicapper, there's a good chance you already know what it feels like to stand over a long shot and not fully trust the club in your hand. Maybe the long irons gave up on you years ago. Maybe the hybrid you have now goes somewhere different every single time. Whatever the situation, that uncertainty costs you strokes and it costs you confidence. The good news? The hybrid category right now is loaded with options that were built specifically to solve that problem. Welcome back to Golf Gear Now, where we research the latest gear to help you play your best golf. Today we're breaking down the top 5 best mid-handicap hybrids on the market right now. 5 clubs from 5 of the biggest names in the game. Every link and current pricing is in the description, so check that out when you're done. This isn't a ranking. Every club here is excellent, but each one has a different strength. Stay through all 5. The right one for your game might not be the one you expect. Let's start with the Callaway Elyte Hybrid. And the reason this club deserves your attention comes down to one thing: control over your ball flight. A lot of mid-handicappers are fighting a hybrid that goes somewhere slightly different on every swing. A little too much draw, a hair too much fade, and the result is that you never really commit to the shot. Callaway's answer is what they're calling the AI-10x face, their most advanced AI-designed face to date. It features 10 times more control points than their previous AI Smart face, meaning the face is engineered to produce tight dispersion and fast ball speeds, whether you catch it flush in the middle or catch it a little off. What makes the Elyte genuinely useful for a mid-handicapper, though, is the adjustability system. The OptiFit 4 hosel has more adjustment range than any Callaway hybrid before it, which means you can actually dial in loft and lie to match your iron set. And the club ships with interchangeable heel-toe weights, a 13-gram tungsten and a 3-gram aluminum, that let you toggle between a neutral and a draw-biased setup. That's a real, measurable change in ball flight, not a gimmick. The Elyte is shaped for golfers who want a neutral flight out of a mid-sized head. It's clean and confident at address, not oversized. The one honest consideration: there are enough adjustment options here that getting the absolute most out of this club rewards a fitting session. Going in cold and dialing it blind is leaving performance on the table. For the golfer who wants to shape shots and fine-tune launch out of a premium versatile package, the Callaway Elyte is the one to look at. The Ping G440 Hybrid is on this list for a reason. And if Ping's history tells you anything, it's that they don't release a club unless the engineering is genuinely sound. The headline feature here is free hosel technology. By removing about 4 grams from the hosel, screw, and heel section, Ping was able to lower the center of gravity by 12%. Lower CG means higher launch and more stopping power on the green. 2 things every mid-handicapper needs when they're coming in from 190 yards. The face got a full redesign as well. 8% shallower than the previous generation, and a shallower face helps golfers make contact higher on the face, which naturally launches the ball higher. 6% thinner, which builds in better ball speed on center contact. The result is a hybrid that feels like it wants to get airborne, even off those tight lies where most players tend to leave shots low and short. The loft selection on the G440 is thorough. The 3H and 4H were bumped up a degree for more launch, while the 5H through 7H carry a slight draw bias to help them gap well into your iron set. The 8-position adjustable hosel gives you plus or minus 1.5 degrees of loft to work with, so precision gapping is genuinely within reach. I think this is the hybrid that works best for the most people, and the reason I say that is the combination of flexible loft options, consistent high launch, and proven Ping engineering that performs across a wide range of swings and conditions. Off the tee, off the fairway, out of the rough, the G440 handles all of it without asking you to think too hard. When a club has over 260 verified reviews and a 98% recommendation rate, that's not a marketing number, that's golfers telling you something. The TaylorMade QI35 Rescue has earned that kind of reception, and when you look at what's inside this club, it's not hard to understand why. TaylorMade loaded 3 of their most battle-tested performance technologies into this head and then added 2 new ones on top, all at the most accessible price point on this list. Twist face is built into the face of this club. If you've swung any of TaylorMade's recent woods or irons, you know what it does. It corrects for the typical miss patterns that real-world golfers produce. Heel strikes tend to go left, toe strikes tend to go right, and twist face subtly adjusts the face angle in those impact zones to straighten your ball flight. For a mid-handicapper, that's a miscorrection tool working for you on every swing. The through-slot speed pocket on the sole protects ball speed on low-face strikes, and the carbon crown sheds weight from the top of the head so it can be repositioned lower, pushing the CG down for higher, more penetrating launch. New this generation, a 3-degree loft sleeve across all lofts lets you adjust flight and face angle, and the TSS weighting system allows for precise swing weight tuning during assembly. The club you get can be dialed to feel right in your hands specifically, not just a generic stock build. It's worth noting that the Chi-35 Rescue has a somewhat traditional head profile. It's not as oversized as some of the other clubs on this list, which is a plus for players who prefer a cleaner, more compact look at address. If you need maximum visual confidence in size, try it in person before you buy. For the mid-handicapper who wants serious performance technology and the ability to fine-tune their setup without paying the top of market, the TaylorMade Chi-35 Rescue is a genuinely smart buy. Before we get to the last two clubs, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We cover hybrids, irons, drivers, wedges, bags, all the gear a golfer needs to know about, and we do it every week. All 5 product links with current pricing are in the description. Go check those out. Now let's talk about 2 more clubs that deserve a serious look. What do you get when you take the most forgiving hybrid Titleist has ever built and then give it a weighting system that can be tuned to where you actually make contact with the ball? You get the Titleist GT2 Hybrid, and that combination is exactly why it takes the top spot on this list. Titleist set out to build the highest launching, most stable hybrid in their history with the GT lineup. And the GT2 is where that mission was fully realized. The GT2 carries the highest total MOI across Titleist's entire GT hybrid lineup. MOI, moment of inertia, is the measurement of how resistant the club head is to twisting when you don't hit it perfectly in the center. The GT2 has a 10% MOI increase compared to the TSR2, meaning this head is meaningfully more stable on off-center contact. For mid-handicappers, that matters every single round. The heel-toe CG adjustability is what really elevates this club above the competition. Stock configuration ships with an 11-gram weight in the heel and a 5-gram weight in the toe. Flip them, and you shift the CG toward the toe, aligning the center of gravity with the impact location of golfers who tend to catch it a hair toward the toe side of center. Aligning CG with your real impact location can produce ball speed gains, higher launch, lower spin, and straighter flight all at once. That's not marketing copy. That's what happens when weight is in the right place relative to where you actually hit the ball. Titleist also refined the head shape based on feedback from tour players. The GT2 has a sleeker, more compact profile than the TSR2, with a flatter leading edge that sits flush to the ground, similar to how the GT fairway woods address the turf. It's a tour-influenced look that still delivers maximum forgiveness underneath. The golfer who wants the most complete package, high MOI forgiveness, adjustable CG, high launch, and that unmistakable Titleist fit and finish, will find everything they're looking for in the GT2. It's the best hybrid on this list. The club I think is one of the more interesting picks on this list is the Cobra DS Adapt Hybrid. And what makes it stand out is that Cobra didn't just engineer a great hybrid. They built something you can actually configure around your game specifically. The heart of the club is the internal adaptive weighting system. A completely re-engineered PWR bridge weight repositions the CG lower and more forward in the head. Lower and more forward CG reduces spin and helps translate more energy into ball speed at impact, which shows up as carry distance you can actually count on from longer approach shots and tight par 3 tee shots. There's also an 8-gram sole weight positioned as low as possible to promote a high, towering ball flight with maximum carry. The HOT face insert, that stands for heat and oxygen treatment, is now larger than the previous generation. A bigger forged face insert means more of the face is actively generating ball speed, which gives you more consistent distance on the strikes that aren't quite perfect. Combined with the slightly larger address profile compared to the standard dark speed hybrid, the DS Adapt delivers genuine visual confidence at setup and real forgiveness underneath. One thing worth knowing going in: the adjustability sleeve is sophisticated. It's powerful and genuinely useful. but it's complex enough that golfers who want to get the full benefit of the system will want help from a fitter, at least the first time. One reviewer noted that the Golf Galaxy staff helped them understand all the options, and that's an honest data point. For the golfer who wants a hybrid they can grow into, configure around their swing, and rely on for high, confident carry across all kinds of lies, the Cobra DS Adapt is a serious club at a price that makes a lot of sense. The link is in the description. That's a wrap on the top 5 best mid-handicap hybrids. 5 great clubs, 5 different strengths. Whether you need maximum adjustability, the highest MOI on the market, proven miscorrection technology, or a hybrid you can tune to your exact setup, something on this list was built for your game. All 5 product links with current pricing are waiting for you in the description. If this video helped you out, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss our next drop. We'll see you in the next one.